Boy God, he's been with us before. He's a very successful entrepreneur, this guy, on the screen right now. You got 2,000 employees at last take, right, with a string of wing restaurants, is that right?
I sure do, down here in Tampa Bay. So we're down doing a remote from Tampa Bay. So nice and sunny. We miss you down here, Stuart.
Actually, I'm going on Friday afternoon, but that's another story. Okay,
there you go.
Now, I'm not looking for free wings. Okay? Now, what do you make of this concussion lawsuit? Okay, Marino's dropped out. That's a sidebar story. Whose side are you on with this? You side with the players or what?
Well, you know, being a player, you know, you always side with the players. And I just don't think the NFL does a lot for the retired players. I mean, they just did a new bargain agreement, and it was zero for the retired players. So a lot of the retired players are rebelling, and there's a lot of guys out there in really bad health. And the pension programs and what the NFL has been doing for players is really a travesty. I mean, they haven't done a whole lot.
I think you've got a lot of public sympathy on your side because football is a very wealthy sport these days. The NFL is a $9–10 billion a year industry. There is a feeling that something more should be done for those guys who are now feeling the effects of their years playing the game. The other side of the coin, though, Crawford, is that, look, you knew the risks going in. You knew what was going to happen to you. Why do you now claim something when you should have known going in?
Well, I'll tell you what, it is two sides to every coin, but you got to look at a lot of these athletes come out at 30 years old, they're disabled, they can't do any manual work, they can't do any manual labor, their backs, their knees, all this is shot. Now they're finding out with some of these junior Seau situations and Andre Waters out of Philadelphia that they had some dementia, and that's why they committed suicide. So, I mean, the NFL has a problem, and they have a heck of a PR machine to try to remedy that. But it is some issues with a lot of these players, and not everyone's a Dan Marino or Troy Aikman that made hundreds of millions of dollars. A lot of them didn't really make that money back in the 60s, 70s.
Now, you're at Dallas Cowboys, I think, and did you have...
Dallas Cowboys in Denver.
Did you have any concussion problems or any injury problems? Have you gotten any money out of this?
Well, I got a settlement of about $50,000 when I got out, but, you know, that wouldn't take care of my chiropractic and all my stuff. I've had 3 or 4 surgeries out of football, and I've had a total of 7 surgeries, you know, total, and I'm one of the better guys coming out. I've played 8 years. If I played 10 or 12 or Brett Favre 22 years, yeah, these guys have some serious problems when they get out.
Oh, I hear you. Before you go, I just have to ask you about the minimum wage. You've got 2,000 employees, I think, in your operation down there in Florida, and it's a restaurant operation. What would you do if you got to pay them $15 an hour to your workforce? What would happen to your operation?
Well, we'd all go bankrupt like California is and all these liberal states that are making these new laws. And, you know, the bottom line is I wish government would stay out of free enterprise systems and let us run business. I think they have their hands full in government, and $15 an hour, what happens is a lot of businesses are going to cut back on the employees. So the employees that are going to benefit from it are very few and far between, and that cup of coffee at Starbucks is now going to cost you $17.
Yeah, in my house, we don't call it Starbucks, we call it $4 because that's pretty much what it is. Now,
well, it's not going to be $4 anymore.
Yeah, I'm with you. Are you in a position in your restaurants to use technology to lower your workforce?
A lot of people do. A lot of restaurants are doing that with the iPad technology and stuff like that. But at the Wing House and what we do, it's more about the staff and a beautiful all-American girl waiting on you. So I don't know if my male customers would like computers to talk to.
No wonder you've done so well. What is it now, 2,000 employees? How many restaurants?
We're opening another restaurant tomorrow, matter of fact, in Sarasota. So that'll be number 24. Number
24. Well done, sir. Great to have you on the show. Come again soon, okay? Crawford Ker.
A pleasure to be on, Stuart.
Gotcha. All right. Dow Industrials going nowhere. Virtually unchanged. How many days in a row have we said this? Extreme